Well, hello my chums, welcome back to the channel, our channel again. Today we've come down to a very windy church bank. So, even before we begin, I can tell you it's windy. I'm hiding behind a little post here with my gear, trying to get the wind off. And it's been one of those sessions already. Do you know when the universe seems to come together to prevent you from getting fishing? It's one of them. I'm late for the tide. I got stuck in traffic on the way here. I went the wrong way, ended up wasting 20 minutes or so, I don't know. And then discovered that I haven't got a towel for my hands. And took us an age to get set up, so yeah, it's one of those. So, excuse any wind noise, I'm trying to shield it, but it shouldn't be too bad with this on. So it's a last minute decision to come out really. I had some worm left from a previous session and I hate wasting bait. So I thought I'll get out. So today I've come down with some fresh blow lug and I've got a little bit of crab. I've got crab on the left hand rod and I've got blow lug on this right hand rod. They've both been out for about 5 minutes now. So it is my first chuck out. It is a lot more windy than I thought. Up at home, I only live kind of 20 minutes away. It wasn't too bad, but it's fair billowing down the river. But I have fished this mark before. The last time I came down, it was low tide. I picked, which was probably a bit stupid actually, because I was having to cast about 100 yards just to get into some depth, and even then it was about a foot deep. I do have that video. I might stick a little bit of it on this at the beginning, so you may have already seen it, or this may just be a video on itself. But we're at Church Bank, as I said. Very easy mark. If you have any difficulties walking or anything, you can park literally. I'm parked about 50 yards away, just up the back here. You come down the road past the church, straight down the path, and you can fish here. If the wind was coming from the east, I'd be fine because there's a lovely brick wall there, but as it is, it's coming from the west, straight down the river. And I've got to tell you, it's quite nippy. But I'm out to have a go anyway. I don't expect much. I just wanted to not waste me bait. I wanted to come down and fish it rather than just bin it, you know. So we'll see what we can get. But this mark is known for flounders. You do get some decent flounders. There's some nice mud flats out in front of us. But you will also pick up the usual suspects, whiting, codling. I'm surprised there's nobody here actually, but it is a bit windy. It is the Monday before New Year's Eve. And like I say, it's a mark that I've fished a few times in the past, but I've never bothered with it since, you know. Setup is the usual setup. 2 Penn Spinfisher 5s, my 2 Achios air lights. Probably should have brought the heavier rod down with the wind, but I think we'll manage. I'm only casting kind of 30, 40 yards. I've got a plain lead on one, and I've got a grip lead on this one. And that's about it for now. Nothing special. High tide, obviously I'll put the tides up as I always do for you. High tide's about 3 o'clock, so I'm going to fish up to 3, maybe to half 3, just till it gets darkish. I have got the light, but I'm not going to be fishing in the dark. As I say, it's an exercise just to come out last minute, you know, spur the moment session, get rid of some worm. So if we'll catch anything, it's going to be a bonus, but I will try. Get this first one in. Got to be very careful when I'm casting as well, because there's the braid's getting pulled around the wall. Probably expecting some crabtivity too. I have got my pop-up rig on one. This one's just got a normal rig on. It's been stripped there by the look of it. Yeah, there's definitely crabtivity down there. I've been stripped off. Never mind. Get this back out and try again, eh? Some of this lug's already starting to go. It's a bit blebby, this. I'm still going to get it used though. It's a lovely blow lug. I just got it at work when it was in. I was very lucky to get some because there wasn't much. Have to look after the fisher folk first. I managed to get a little bit. But I've got a feeling I'm going to get crabbed off unless I switch to the pop-up rigs. It's not very cold as in water temperatures go. Not cold enough to get the crab off anyway. They're still more than active, believe me. And the flounders have been really hard to to find, to be honest. I don't know why. As I always remember, even into my youth, there was always a good head of flounder on the river, especially in the winter. They used to get the bigger ones. But we'll see. Put a small bait on one hook. I'm on size 1 Sakuma Mantas today, just because I want to put a little bit of a bigger bait out. There's definitely been crabs at that though. Rigs on my usual 1 up, 1 down. Even though I'm on a 3 ounce lead, I've still got an 80-pound rig body with 20-pound amnesia snoods. Just a lob, and then I have to stop the line so it doesn't go around that wall, which wouldn't be acceptable. Because if that braid rubs off the wall with the wind, that's game over. That's going to be a rig away. But we're out. If I'd have brought the bigger rods, I probably could have pummeled it out a bit more with a heavy, probably put a 7 ounce on, but I just do like fishing light in the river, you know. I'm not going to encounter anything huge, that's for definite, but I just like getting it out there, you know. But we'll see what happens there. It's definitely windy. It's forecast to get worse as well. And I do believe by the end of this week it's going to switch to southeasterlies, which is pretty good for the shore fishing. So I still do want to get up the coast. It's turning my eyes inside out, that wind. I'll get this one in. This is just crab on this one with a plain lead. I haven't had any bites or anything. To be honest, the wind generally, in my experience alone anyway, when there's a westerly wind in the river, I find it never fishes very well. They can go back out actually. Yeah, I'll put that back out. Yeah, westerly seem to kill the river fishing. For in my experience, it has anyway. I don't know if you found that yourselves, if you fished the Tyne. I've got short snoods on this one with pop-ups on, so if anything hits it, it should hook itself up, but it's just come off. I can't be bothered with that. I'm going to put this one out. The casting's quite difficult as well, like with this light braid, but we shall persevere. As I say, I'm not really expecting much. If anything, to be honest, might not even get anything, but I just wanted to come out, get me bait used, get a little bit fresh air, because this year I'm determined to get a lot more fresh air than I normally do. We'll say these things probably last for a couple of weeks. Oh, hid myself behind a little board here, get some respite from the wind. So how's everyone been? I ask every time, I know I do, but just want to make sure everyone's okay. And obviously, as usual, thank you for taking the time to watch the videos. I do appreciate it. It's funny, you know, every time I come down the river, it's kind of, it always reminds us of being like when I used to do it when I was a teenager. It never gets old for me. Some people don't like the fishing in the river, they prefer the open sea, but I don't mind. I don't mind fishing the river or the coastline. I like it all. Fishing's fishing to me. Any day out fishing's a good day. Even when I'm having a tricky one like today, when everything transpired against us. I haven't even got my cloth. So hopefully the fish gods will give us a fish instead to make up for it. The last time I fished here, I fished the west end of this, right along there, only because at low tide there was some water there. This looked a lot better on this side because there was mud flats in the middle, and this is a little bit broken ground close in going to mud flats, so I'm trying to target that little area where the mud meets the rocks, you know. But I'm never super confident on a westerly wind in the Tyne, especially when it's a billowing wind like this one. I mean, it's probably pushing 20 odd mile an hour. But it's an easy mark, so if you fancy getting yourself down, obviously it's Church Bank, just come down, park your car up on the path just up there out the way, and then just come down, railings all the way along. You don't need a rod rest, nice and easy. Be absolutely brilliant with a strong easterly wind because you could just get behind that wall that's behind there. Be great. I'm going to change that short floating rig to this one with the longer snoods on. I think there's short snoods, they're not giving us any confidence. So I'm putting lug worm on one and I'm going to go for a bit of frozen crab on the other, hoping, praying there's some big flounder down there that still fancy a little bit of peeler. It's normally strange, the peeler crab. It used to be in the river, if you had peeler this time of year, or through the summer, obviously fresh crab, but even more so this time of year, if you had frozen peeler, you'd be bagging up on codling. It used to be that good. And ever since the Tyne cleaned up, don't know how it works, you tell me, but ever since the Tyne got cleaner, I've lost the end on my elastic now. This is murder. You know what always happens to me? The elastic on these Tronics Pro ones, I always lose the end of the elastic, and then once you've lost it, it's a nightmare. And I've probably trapped it now under there. I don't have any water to free it and see it. Right. Sorry, as I was saying, crab was a dead cert. It was one of them baits that if you had it in the river, especially when you were match fishing like in the winter, you pretty much bag up. But times change. I mean, there was a shortage of crab this summer in the Tyne. They just didn't seem to be peeling in any numbers. People had their theories on that, what caused that. I'm unsure myself. But it's just not the bait it used to be. To be honest, at the moment, worm, mussel, sometimes mackerel outfishes the crab tenfold, to be quite honest with you. I'm going to try and sort that out. So we've got two baits with the floating beads, because I want to keep it off the crab. So I've got crab on the bottom, good juicy one, and a lugworm. Don't have any towel, so I'm going to have to go back to nature and use the grass. Let's get it wiped. Sorry, all clean fun. And as always, any mess that I do have here, will come back with us. I won't leave any mess. I think I can't see any bins. Oh yes, there is a bin right there, so I'm okay there. But even so, I would take it home, put it in me box, take it home, bin it. Right, let's get out. Well guys, I'm down to one rod now. Just baited that lovely bait out, went to cast it, and me clip rings done the same thing. It's cut through the braid and snapped off, so that's another rig down there. Did that exactly the same thing on the last session, so I'm not even going to bother putting that rod bar up. To be honest, the way this day's gone from driving here, you know, when you're trying to get somewhere and everyone seems to get in your way, that type of scenario, it's been like that. So from driving here to actually starting to fish, it's just been a no-go. I'm still going to persevere, but just with the one rod. Right, I've wound my neck in, put my toys back in the pram, and I decided to put the rod out again. I've got enough bait to easily do these two rods for the next hour, which is all I'm going to fish. So it's back out. I'm not feeling very confident today, because I say the conditions are quite against us, and it doesn't feel fishy. You know, when you go to a mark sometimes and you think, yeah, I'm going to get something. This isn't giving us that vibe. I've been fastened up as well. I know there's tyres down here. Yeah, I've seen them at low tide. There's loads of tyres in the mud. So I want to be on the mud, but I don't want to be in the tyres. It's a bit tricky, because I'm going to get caught. But it's what it is. You've got to get out there and try these things, you know. I hope you lot have had better luck than me, because it's not been too good. I apologise if the videos have been a bit lacking in content, like, but it's nothing I can do really. Probably need to get myself up the coast and get after some flounders up there. But albeit being brisk, it's nice to be out. It kind of comes in gusts. Sometimes it calms down quite nicely. But we just want one fish, don't we? A nice little chunky flounder wouldn't go amiss. And just a heads up, if you do come down here to fish, please be aware, it's a pedestrian walkway as well. There's a lot of people come past with dogs, so obviously keep your rigs in your box or high up so they can't get at them. And obviously keep yourself tucked in a little bit, because there's a lot of walkers coming along. I've seen more people today than I've seen all Christmas. But yeah, just something to be aware of if you come down, that's all. Still no bites as yet. Although with this wind I'll be struggling to see one. As I said that, I thought I just got a bite on the on the right hand rod there, little pull down. But at this point, I'll be happy with anything. If I catch a little whiting, I'll be happy, because otherwise I'm going to need you guys to come along with me and show me how to fish, because at the minute I just can't seem to catch anything. It's very, or anything of, you know, standard, but I am trying. So email me at I'm a fisherman but I can't catch fish.com. Right, I've switched this right hand rod to a ball lead. Let it drift around a bit on the mud, hopefully try and pick something up. It's not easy fishing today, like, it's really difficult. If you do fish here regular, drop it in the comments, let us know the best times, what conditions are fish best for you, what time of the year. As I say, I fished here years ago, a long time ago. We used to have the odd match here when I fished in a club from the north side. We had the odd flatty match here. I used to fish a little bit further down in the middle there. Obviously I just wanted to come to this side because it's like out the way of everybody, you know. But if you do fish here, you're local, drop it in the comments, let us know the best times, and I'll come back again when it's more favourable and see what we can get out. Because I think today, I think we're on a bit of a loser, to be fair, chums. I will try to the very end for you, but just doesn't feel fishy at all. Still nothing as yet. Tricky. Tried different rigs as well, but just to scratch something out, you know. You get days like this though. But while I've got you, I want to talk about something that's not very pleasant, what I've come across. It's not nice. Apparently, on YouTube, you can buy the, I got told this a while ago actually, you can actually buy views. You can buy views, you can buy subscribers, you can buy likes. Now, my thoughts on it, first of all, is why bother? That's the first thing that comes to mind. Why would you need to do that? Because for me, the channel that we've built up together has been progressive. I've been on YouTube for about 4 years or something like that. It's been progressive to get where I'm at. I'm still a very, very small channel. I don't have a lot of subscribers compared to most, but they're genuine. I can honestly tell you that every subscriber that I've got are real. They're real people. The likes are real. They have to be, because I've got nothing to do with any of that. But unfortunately, it's come to light that there are some channels that are doing that. And it's just pointless. I mean, for one thing, the views aren't real. The likes aren't real. The comments aren't real. The comments are easy to spot. But when you see a channel that's been around for a few months and they've got like thousands of subscribers, there's got to be something off with most of that, unless they're something absolutely out of this world, you know. It's a horrible subject to talk about, I know it is, and I'm not really bothered about how many subs I get. I'm happy that people are watching. It's lovely, don't get us wrong, when you get more subs it's lovely, it's a great feeling, but it's not the end of the world. And I certainly would not pay money to have false subscribers to make my channel look like I've got loads of people. You can tell by the views. So what they're having to do probably is buy likes, views and subscribers. I don't know how much it's costing them, but it can be done, because I've heard about it and I've looked it up on the internet and it is a thing. Quite shocking actually. But I just wanted to solidify the fact, every single person who's subscribed to my channel, who sends likes and puts comments on, are genuine people as far as I know. The same can't be said about some channels out there, and you're not doing yourself any favours by making yourself look like you've got loads of people watching your videos when you haven't. You're not going to get anything monetary out of it. I don't know why you do it, but anyway, that's my little rant over about the YouTube escapades. Well, let's top the water now. Still nothing. Nothing at all, not even a sniff. I mean, I've been looking at the rods best I can in the wind, and I haven't seen any movement at all, to be fair. Something I did want to show you though, if I just turn you around a little bit, in the distance there, you look just over there, I think I'm pointing in the right place, just over here, this area over there, that used to be Swan Hunter's shipyard, believe it or not. That was bustling. Some big ships have been made in there, some warships, I think there was one important ship that was made there, but the name escapes us. But that used to be the heart and soul of Wallsend, which is across there. I remember it because the shipyards were still going when I was in me like early teens. Everyone would go from school and they'd pretty much go to the shipyards and become welders, fabricators, platers, whatever. I missed out on that. I did become a fabricator engineer, but it was something totally different. It was in the automotive industry, but I know this might sound boring to some, but if you're interested, that was Swan Hunters over there, Wallsend, and it was thriving. It supplied the whole town of Wallsend with wealth, really. It was bustling. If you go to Wallsend now and visit it, it's just a shell. The minute that the shipyards got closed down, the place just, there was nothing there for the people of Wallsend. Well, chums, I'm really against it here. I'm getting crabbed off. There's nothing much going at all. Wind's picking up. Might not look much on the camera, but it's fair pushing through here. Just doesn't feel fishy at all. It's not for the want of trying. I will stick it out. I've got enough bait left for about an hour. That's all I'm going to give it. Just as I've said in the past, I've had sessions like this. Whenever there's a westerly blowing up the river like this, it's always really poor. Always. It's hard keeping the lines tight. Obviously I'm on a rolling lead on this one, so keeping the braid tight is just not going to happen. Start to get some heavy logs coming down the river as well, because it is a fairly biggish tide. White caps on the water here. I don't know if you've seen it. I'll turn you around so you can have a look. There's a lot of white caps on the water. It's just increasing. The wind's increasing all the time. It's all frothy. I've actually just had my first bite on the left hand rod. I'll move you up a little bit. Definite bite there, without a doubt. Keep an eye on this one. It's just gone out, this one. This is the one with the breakaway on, so I'm pinning it down. There's no floating beads on it at all. And I just got a couple of nice bites that I did see. Nothing big, mind. Be white, not codling, but it was a bite, and I'll tell you what, I'm taking that. Especially today. Especially with this, looks like the top of a coffee at the minute. The water's very, very coloured. But I did definitely get bites, chums. I seen them with my own eyes. The rod tip moved in a fashion like a nod. There we go, it's gone again. I'm going to bring you closer so you can say I'm getting excited because I haven't had a bite. Getting excited. All because I haven't had a single bite. Let's see where you are. There you are. Can you see what I'm seeing? Yes, you can. So I have been getting bites. It's a white, not a codling, but it's a bite. Other rod's been still. There we go. This has just got lugworm on this one. Come on. Hook up. Oh, that being said, my chums, there's a bloody lot of weed there on my line. Oh, it can't be the weed, surely. Surely it's not the weed. No, it's a fish, that. Come on, hook yourself up. think it's on, or it's the weed. Don't want to rush it. I can't believe I'm so excited over such a small bite. Can't believe it, chums. This is the way the session's been. There's something there, if it's not weed. Oh no, I've got weed on my line, I can see it. Oh, you little absolute. There's a little bit of weed there. That's not the bait's mind, but it's giving us the impression that there's a fish on. Right, I'm going to get it in anyway. Sod it. Please make me day by just giving us a fish. Don't think so, unless it's... No. I think it's just a little whiting. There's nothing there though. Absolute bugger. Got myself all excited. They've stripped the bait like. Absolutely stripped. Right. Seeing that in a mood to have a little nibble, I'm going to try and get this straight out. Got all excited for nothing. Never mind. Well, it's top of the water now. Still haven't had anything other than that bite before. It's not looking good, is it, chums, really? Let's be honest. I've tried. I've chucked everything that I can. I've searched around with it, my searching rig in front of us. I've tried short, I've tried long. I've got a fixed rig down. I've tried buoyant baits and baits on the bottom. I'm getting bites on the other one still, but they're just small whiting. I'll still be happy to catch one. But I'll be giving it its high tide. Like now, actually, it's just past, so I'm going to give it another half an hour and get off. But I'll bring you back nevertheless and let you know what's happened. Get this one in. Try and... Yeah, I've got a feeling I'm getting crabbed off on these. So if I can get this in, I'm sure it's a crab. Or some muck off the bottom. Muck off the bottom. Right. Totally clean hooks though. Definitely getting crabbed off. Without a doubt. Now at this late juncture, I'm not changing this to a flotation rig. I'm just going to bait it up and get it back out. I'm going to bring it in every 5 minutes until I finish, which will not be long. Totally stripped clean though. It's the worst, like when the crabs are about, but we'll try again. Starting to lose the light a little bit now. Got the light on the GoPro. One of my last throws, chums, last throws. I've just had a little chat with a subscriber there who lives locally. I didn't get your name, I'm sorry, but you know who you are. Yeah, it was lovely to talk to you. And he was telling us that the side our fish is the snaggier side of the marks. Some old ropes down here, etc. I mean, I have been fasting up a couple of times, but nothing major yet. I mean, I might lose my last rigs, I don't really mind though. I'm getting bites on the left-hand rod again there. I put them a bit further out this time. I've literally got 4 worms left, so I'm going to get them fished out. If I do get a fish, I'll bring you back and show you, and I'll probably have tears in my eyes because I'll be so happy. They'll be streaming. If not, I'll just bring you back for the outro, but let's see what we can do in the next 2 casts. Right, me chums, I'm going to call it. I just lost another set of gear there. The information off the fellow was right. Looks like I found the rope, so that's that gone. It's been one of those sessions. It's been a calamity from start to finish, to be fair, but I've still pulled out all the stops trying to get a fish for you. Just hasn't happened, you know. We'll be seeing this last cast out, bring it in, and that's that. But if you do come down here, I was given the advice from the nice gentleman that it's best to fish a little bit further down, sort of the middle of the area, to less snaggy if you're bothered about that. And I'm not bothered about losing the gear if there's fish there, but there's nothing there. There doesn't seem to be much in front of us. I mean, the baits I've been putting out in the rigs are normally enough to get fish, but I just think it's one of those sessions, you know, it happens. It's starting to rain as well now, so I'm taking the sign from the gods now that I probably shouldn't have even bothered, but I tried anyway, and it only makes those good sessions taste even better. That's the way I look at it. But anyway, thank you for watching. I'm sorry it's not been exciting. Thank you for your subscriptions. I do appreciate it as always, your comments, your likes. You're a great bunch. Thank you very much. So stay safe, stay well, and keep fishing. Till the next time, tight lines.